All right, we're back. Back home. We got ourselves some beautiful beer from the southern border of Washington State, the Evergreen State, which there's going to be a lot of green going on in this shave. Anyhow, Trapdoor doesn't get much greener than a fresh IPA, glowed up hazy IPA from Trapdoor Brewing. It's actually one of my favorite IPAs as I was working my way through this craft beer journey of mine. It is beautiful. It's got a mellow, lazy haze. Let's see what the scent smells like on this one. Oh, that's nice. Nice citrus aromas. The flavor, though, it has a nice, just below medium kind of malt presence, and then on top of that, there's layers of fruitiness, kind of like I've mentioned it before, where you get those like little peach candies with a little like sugar crust. It's like peach gummies or something like that. You get a little bit of that, and then you got some bright citrus on top of that. It's beautiful. And what I like about them, they got a breakdown right here. There it is. It shows you the malt. They got 2-row pills, wheat and oats. And then they use Amarillo, Citra, Simcoe for the hop profile. Beautiful. 6 pounds of hops per barrel, double dry hopped, and juicy as fuck. I love it. I love it. Washington State, baby. Doesn't get much better than that. Alright. Second alright of the video. We're going Stirling Glacial Satsuma. Beautiful scent. A nice sweet citrus scent. It's not the brightest, but it's more on the sweet citrus scent. It's got a good mandarin, a little bit of oriental spices. Wouldn't be surprised if there was woods in there, but the description didn't necessarily say that. You do get a fair bit of the menthol scent in this one as well, so be that as it may, I don't really mind the menthol scent. So, I also want to mention, before we started this shave, in the shower, we had our Mentha Scrub Mentholated bath soap, and then our Mountain Man handmade shampoo bar. And reviews on those will be coming up soon. I actually am quite enjoying that shampoo bar. That's the first time I've ever used it. Let's go ahead and wet the face. We'll get some of this Mentholated Preshave on, which we're going to be using that today as well. And then we'll start lathering up. So there's the Mentholated Preshave bar. You've seen me use this a bunch of times. It's good stuff. I usually just dunk the tip into the water and then start firmly rubbing it on the skin until the soap residue gets left behind. And you don't really need a lot because you're just trying to get enough that you can get your hands wet and froth it up a little bit. This is not where you're making your bread and butter. This is just kind of a little lather booster and an entry level, very, very minimal menthol chill. The only reason I get my hands wet and work it in is just so that soap residue doesn't gunk up the head of my razor or whatever razor I'm using. I just kind of froth it up so it's more of a foam that'll rinse right off or incorporate directly into the soap, no problem. Alright, and I can already feel the lightest bit of menthol chill building. If you kind of want to dip your toes into menthol Monday or just menthol soaps in general, I highly recommend that Mentholated Preshave. We got our Lancaster Razorworks bowl right here. Beautiful bowl, staple of my everyday shaves. And then we're going B69 Soft Titty Badger Knot. And this is Smilez4Milez custom brush that he made for me. Entirely my design. This IPA glass was not done before I did it. Sorry, Rob. And then it has this awesome bottle opener on the bottom, and you can see the Smilez4Milez coin underneath that. So excellent work, Smiley. Excellent work. Those are real hops inside that we cast in resin, that Smiley cast in resin and stabilized, and then we put a little bit of a pearl white to symbolize the godly amount of foam that rises to the top when you pour a fresh beer. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful in my opinion. The finish isn't perfect on this Smilez4Milez brush. I feel like there could have been like a clear coat that could have been applied and then buffed a little bit further, but it's not like terrible or anything like that. Really, this knot on top is fucking awesome. The V69 soft titty knot. It's dense as fuck, and you'll definitely see it will eat some of your lather if you're using if you're not loading heavy. I've gotten used to loading heavy when I use this soft titty knot because it's dense and it will eat a little bit of your lather. I was surprised though because the Glacial Stirling is highly mentholated and it actually lathered up quite well, and it took a ton of water. A ton of water. The resulting lather is quite dense and it feels very luxurious on the face, even with the menthol building. Anyhow, we got ourselves this beautiful Wade & Butcher Sheffield here, and this is the Elite model. I don't know if you can see that on the blade. There's a little bit of a hone wear there, but it says Elite. Then it has that little intricate pattern on the scales. I'm not the super biggest fan of the pattern on the scales, but it definitely has a vintage vibe, and so I've been advised to just leave it alone. Nice edge on this one. I bought this one off eBay, if I'm not mistaken. Memory serves me correctly. And it has a nice edge. Not my favorite edge, but gets the job done. As most of them do on my skin. I'm just loving the feel of this menthol right now. Yesterday and today, when I got home in the afternoon, my house was hot as fuck. So far this year, I had not utilized the air conditioning, and so I was just slapped in the face with this stale heat, and it definitely caught me off guard. I'm one of those husky fellas that is quite happy when it's like 65 degrees or lower. I actually don't mind it being like sweater season, like a nice brisk air, chilly. I don't mind that shit, not one bit. No surprise, right? Fucking Menthol King likes it cold. So when it gets over 65 and the sun's out, oh, I just want to like close the blinds, crank the AC, hide in a dark room somewhere. play a Christmas movie or some shit. Maybe not quite that far, but I definitely want to stay cool. So yesterday and today, I was definitely caught off guard. But we got the AC cranking now, and in my bathroom I got the window open, so it's not too bad out there this evening. So, Stirling Week, initiated by IAMCDB, Christopher Bailey. He kind of talked BBS Live, the fellas over there, Nate and Mel, kind of talked them into doing a themed week featuring Stirling as the star of the show. If you don't know BBS Live, they kind of host weekly themes, and you could always feel free to join along and tag them on your shave of the days. It's all for fun. And sometimes they spotlight some really great artisans, and sometimes it's just a greater theme about using specific products or techniques. But this week is all about Stirling, and so a fantastic company. I think we all know and love Stirling. A lot of us recommend Stirling very often, and we can't speak highly enough about the customer service and the product. And so, hold on, I got a burp. Sorry, I was trying to speak through it, and it was just fucking me up. So, excuse me, sorry about that. But we can't speak highly enough about Stirling, the products, the customer service, the value. And so I think this was a must when it comes to themed weeks. It was only a matter of time before Stirling got their time in the hot seat where they get to be loved and adored all at once by the entire community. And there's no way that I was going to miss this. So I have plenty of Stirling products to flush out a week of shaves. Even if I don't do it every single day, my love and support for the Stirling week is definitely there. Alright, let's get some more of this absolutely beautiful dense lather. I don't know if you can see that sheen, but on my side, this is a shiny as fuck lather. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's got a nice weight and density to it. On that first pass, it had about a medium chill for me. Glacial is their highest mentholated offering. They have their regular iced series, which is kind of like their low to medium menthol. And then their Glacial series is their medium to high menthol. I have a slightly above average tolerance to menthol, and so I just thought that first pass was about medium. Upon applying this second lather, though, for my against the grain pass, it does seem to have rised a little bit to about a medium high. One of the coldest shaves I ever had, I was using this soap, Stirling Glacial Satsuma. I was using this soap, and I added Stirling's Frost Drops. I used Stirling's Mentholated Preshave. I added Barrister & Mann's Terror Raid synthetic menthol additive, which doesn't really add chill, in my opinion. It just adds a tingling sensation, which is actually quite annoying, but I used it just to flex on people and prove that I wasn't bullshitting about how it's a false prophet when it comes to worshiping menthol chill. Alright, enough playing with the lather. It looks fantastic. Anyways, I also hit it with additional menthol crystals. If you don't know, that's what's inside that chamber of my menthol grinder right there. My bougie chill mill, if you will. Let's get this against the grain going. Very nice. This isn't the biggest blade. You can kind of see how quickly the heaps of lather build up on the surface of the face of the blade. No big deal though. This is a very well hydrated lather. I'm going to go over a blemish right now. And it looks like we got away without cutting ourselves, so we're just going to leave it at that. No reason to buff over it. If I only get DFS right there, I'll be perfectly happy. Oh, looks like I went over something else over here too. It's all good. It's all good. We're getting away with a blood-free shave, I think. Maybe I spoke too soon. Who knows? So this is the week, guys. I know a lot of you have quite a lot of Stirling in your shaved ends. And even if you only have enough to do a single Stirling shave, but you appreciate Stirling products, I recommend breaking them out and getting a little bit of use out of them and just join in on the fun. There we go. Very nice. Oh yeah, that's what I like about doing the lineup on my beard lines with the straight. It's basically like throwing a ruler down or a straight edge and just making perfect lines. It's wonderful. Oh yeah. Alright. I think we did it, guys. Flawless execution. And that was a great way to kick off the Stirling week, as well as indulge in a menthol Monday shave. So, 2 birds for 1 stone right there. Alright. Now, I do not have the matching Glacial Satsuma aftershave, which is a little bit of a shame. Although it has a little bit of complexity, it still is a somewhat simplistic scent to me. And so getting the matching aftershave isn't necessarily, you know, it's not something that I'm really lusting after. I can appreciate the soap by itself, and then in this case just use something from my own collection to make up for the missing aftershave. And in this case, I'm going to use Strike Gold Shaves Honest Abe, which is a wonderful citrus scent, but it got a lot more going on. It's based off the high-end cologne, discontinued cologne from Mugler, which is Ultra Zest. And you can tell by the name that it's a citrus-forward scent, but beautiful scent. It was literally contender for the scent of the year for me last year. And I think it was definitely one of the best releases last year. Alright. Lancaster towel. Another staple of my shaves. We'll go ahead and dry off and then get a little bit of this aftershave on, and then we'll call it. And holy shit, did I get a lot of product in the beard. You know you fucked up when the bottom of your beard is more white than it is black after a shave. Said this many times, but the beard will gratefully accept the lather, but it doesn't like giving it back. Alright, we'll give this a little shake. I'll give you a little preview. Obviously, Strike Gold Shave has a very quality restrictor, industry standard restrictor. Go ahead and smooth that out along the palms there. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful scent. Great compliment to Stirling's Satsuma. That just amplifies the enjoyment right there. Alright, get some of the residual on the forearms and then we'll blow this popsicle stand. It's good to be back. Good to be back. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. I hope you enjoyed this Indulgent Stirling week. And cheers, motherfuckers!